All right, guys, welcome back to another garage update video. We're gonna hop right into this video with a few major updates with the Porsche here and a few with the Volkswagen. Most importantly being the Porsche, and the Volkswagen will be some small stuff, nothing major with the Volkswagen, and I'm not really planning to do too much to the Volkswagen, honestly, just because it's a daily driver and the Porsche is more of a project car. So let's get into it. Okay, also ignore how messy the garage is. We have a lot going on. We have my Fuller in here, what is probably going to need an engine rebuild in the next couple months. It's kind of struggling to start, low compression, stuff like that. So I'd like to just go through, rebuild the motor. My friend from Maine is staying with me, so he has his Gixxer in here, and he had his truck, but he's out right now doing some errands. So his Gixxer's in here. Typically, I keep the Volkswagen in on this side. You can tell I kept the Porsche here because it's all dirty. I do want to rip this carpet up at some point and put either fresh carpet or just keep it, like concrete and stuff. He has some fairings. I have my Fuller in here, so it's less space. Just odds and ends stuff. I want to go through my detailing cabinet, and I do want to get a new toolbox. This is my dad's toolbox from like who knows how long ago. I want to go over through that, get a new toolbox, redo this whole workbench, clean everything out, and make it really nice. And then underneath there's a transmission. I think it's a 4L Slippy, but that is my dad's for his old C10. I think I might have posted about the C10 once or twice. Not too sure, honestly. And then also we have the Porsche on this side now. Okay, so getting right into the Porsche. I don't know if I talked about my Lindsay Racing fuel lines. Pretty common issue with the 944s. I think it might just be the S model, but as you can see where the fuel lines go over, if they leak, they'll go right onto your headers, and that is not good. So I put Lindsay Racing fuel lines on. I had no issues with them. I put a new coolant reservoir on, and I must have forgot to loosen something or tighten something underneath. And I drove it down to Ocean City, Maryland, and like halfway down to Ocean City, my temperature, like I started overheating. It wasn't smoking or anything, and it wasn't like in the red, but like it never got that hot before, so I knew something was wrong. So I pulled over immediately and shut the car off, and I checked on my coolant levels. There was like no coolant in the car. There's a huge trail of coolant pulling into the Wawa what I stopped at, and it just was not good. And so what ended up happening is I forgot to tighten something, started pouring coolant all over the ground, and it wasn't going to freeze, so we just put water in the system for the weekend, and then I drained it all out, flushed everything out, and then I put we had the new reservoir in at that point, and I put fresh coolant in, and now it's running fine. No issues with it. It was kind of my fault. It was my dumb fault that I did not tighten that properly and check it, but it is all good. No engine damage, of course. It didn't get hot enough to cause engine damage. I caught it, thankfully, and yeah, I'm very grateful. That could have been really bad. There was a Wawa right there. We're stuck in traffic. I wasn't moving, and it was just perfectly timed that we were able to catch it. And along with getting the new coolant reservoir in, I do have a power steering leak. I fixed one small leak, and then another one sprung underneath on the high pressure line. So I'm gonna have to redo that. Apparently it's a huge pain, so it's not leaking too bad. So I'm just gonna suck it up for like 2 weeks until I have the time to fix it. I am gonna fix my intake as well. And this winter, I do plan on painting the car. As you can see, it is missing plenty of paint, and the roof looks about the same as well. I do have a turbo valence, what goes on the back, so that would go underneath here, kind of adds like a little wing. They look really good on cars. If you see any turbo model, 944, and you see that, like, I don't know, they look amazing. So, but it's paint matched already technically, but I do plan on painting the car this winter, so I'm probably going to get that mounted and painted at the same time. That way it's like the same shade of paint and stuff. That way I don't have to worry about anything like being mismatched or anything like that. All right, while we're on the topic of painting, I did paint right around the gauge cluster. It was pretty scuffed up. I fixed the odometer as well. 23,000 miles. I got it up to 25,000 with just spinning it up. That way it's closer to what it actually is. It should be closer to like 26,000, but that's the closest I wanted to go without breaking something. So I lowered the car as well. We took the front suspension out and I just measured springs. This is kind of just a temporary thing. I measured the springs. I cut them. I cut about one coil off from driver's side to passenger side. It's not even a 1/4 inch difference. Like, you can't tell if they're like uneven or anything. I feel like I did a pretty good job with that. But in the wintertime, I'll probably get lowering springs and stuff for it. We re-indexed the torsion bar as well, so the back's lower. I put new brakes on as well. As you can see, I painted the calipers, new pads and everything. They're original rotors and pads from 1987, which is kind of sketchy and it wouldn't stop too well. So it definitely helps. It still doesn't stop amazing just because I have the old brake booster in and not the best. I think that is pretty much everything with the 944. Not too much is happening with it. Just getting painted soon and odds and ends, small stuff. Before 944 Fest, I'd like to have some stuff done, especially the power steering leak. But besides that, this car has been amazing to me. But let's get into the Volkswagen. I'm not going to go out there because it is pouring rain, or it was pouring rain. It's misting. I don't feel like getting soaked. All right, so for the Volkswagen, I'm staying in here, of course, because it's raining out and I don't feel like getting soaked. The Volkswagen, I got the timing chain done. I took it on a road trip up to Maine. I'm from PA. I took it up to Acadia National Park. Absolutely beautiful up there. One of my buddies lives right outside of Acadia. So we went up, visited him. He's down here now. But we got the timing chain done. Water pump could use done as well. I guess it's a different system on the GTIs. So that's something I could do by myself. But I didn't do the timing chain myself. I didn't do the timing chain myself on this. I don't trust myself with timing yet. I'm not a master mechanic. I just watch YouTube videos and figure it out as I go. So, but with this also could use timing chain guide rails. Something I won't do, of course, but it could use them. They're known to go out. Also with the Volkswagen, it needs a new headliner, because it's a Volkswagen and they use like cheap glue to hold it on and they flop around like crazy. But other than that, the Volkswagen's been pretty good. We haven't had any issues with it yet, and I've owned it for about 1.5 years. So I got the timing chain done just because of reliability issues. I wanted it to be super secure for the road trip and stuff. And I think my turbo seal is leaking a little bit, because when I took it to the shop, I told them just to look over the car, and they did say that the turbo seal is leaking a little tiny bit. So I might replace that sometime. I don't know if that's something I'll do myself or if I'll have a shop do, but the shop I take it to, they do amazing work. So thank you to them for pointing out that my turbo seal is going bad. But thank you guys for watching today's garage update video. Some more videos coming out soon. I've been really slacking on posting on YouTube. I struggle with it a lot. So stay tuned to see a lot of 944 content and maybe some GTI content. If you guys enjoy watching my videos, like, subscribe, go follow the Instagram. I post a lot on Instagram as well, especially a lot of my photography. That's Nolte_photography. And if you follow my TikTok as well, I think if you just look up Owen, it should pop up. And you'll see, of course, the 944, maybe the GTI. I don't know if I made any posts on the GTI, honestly. But hope you guys enjoyed the garage update video, and I'll see you in the next one.